It's Week 12 of the 2024 season, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC West. It's the Orbits and the Bisons, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Orbits of Oakland taking on the Bisons of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to... Playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 9 carries, 52 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They go play action. Mariota on the move, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He gets away from 1. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 13 carries, 51 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Richardson's throw complete there to St. Brown. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bisons are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, Picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here is 3rd and 5. Mariota. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give to Jacobs running right, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. Got his man. It's Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a first down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mariota. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here comes third down and 7. Richardson looking to throw this. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Play action now. Mariota steps away. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Play fake. Mariota to the sideline and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Richardson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football.
There he goes left side. He's to the 15. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Pollard is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Edwards will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Richardson looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Richie James from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Mariota to throw it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mariota. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Marcus Epps there on the tackle. From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Mariota. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. To throw, Mariota. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Mariota. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Mariota. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick start opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Richards into the air on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Richardson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Milton Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Richardson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Gets past one man. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 9. Here Richardson yet again. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bisons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Mariota's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Final play of the half here. Mariota completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Here's Richie James on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now it's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run left with Pollard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Mariota. He gets it left side to Johnson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. A throw over the middle, taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Mariota now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been. And in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mariota's throw into the hands of Turner. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw is Mariota. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Room to maneuver at the 35. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Milton Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Richardson out of the shotgun. Drops this underneath for Pollard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Caught left side, Williams. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Azeez Ojulari picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Pollard will take it up the gut. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Mariota. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Mariota. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Mariota. Can't get away, and he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. To throw Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Mariota. Man open left side, it's Williams. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for their strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half,
You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Anchorage, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.